How's it going, people? SalmonSlapper here, and this is the MCFS. It's been a while. This one's a little bit different. It's not really an update for the MCFS for scats or such. Well, at the same time it is. I'm really not going to make much sense in this video. Well, I really haven't leveled anything whatsoever on the Nubcake at all. He has not gained, actually no, he might have gained levels. I definitely gained a range level, and that was from a lamp. Yes! I might have gained one or two other levels. I don't actually know. I kind of lost my screenshot of my skills before, at the end of the last MCFS. I don't know what I'm doing. Basically, this is a little update, just letting you know what the hell is going on, because, what, 2-3 weeks now before the last one? So, yeah. I haven't been playing on the Nubcake all that much. Actually, at all. Well, the only time I'm going to be going on it is basically doing quests for the MCFS. Because there's, what, 200 quests in the game? Something ridiculous like that. And, well, I don't know about you, but I think my forte is pretty much making guides. I'm pretty damn good at that if I say so myself. So with that in mind, in order to do a lot of the content in the game, I'm going to have to knock out quests on this little Nubcake. So, yeah. Keeping that in mind, that's literally what I'm going to be doing on the MCFS for God knows how long, to be totally honest, because there's loads of them. Just about to do Song of the Depths now, so I can gain access to QBD. I've got to do Priest in Peril and stuff, so I can gain access to Barrows. I might even go all the way up to getting the Draken's Medallion. I can't remember what the quest is called. But anyway, that one. And that's simply so I can get back and forth the Barrows quicker. But for the most part, it's literally doing quests to gain access, also giving me some free XP and getting some levels at the same time. But with that in mind, starting off, I kind of want to complete all of the quest guides on the channel. Probably won't happen all at once, to be totally honest, but yeah, that's basically my plan. I want to get all the quest guides done, because as soon as they're done, I can then move on to doing other things which are kind of interesting, such as bossing and doing boss guides and stuff like that. Slayer task guide thingies. Yeah, that's an entirely separate video all in of itself to explain that shit. But yeah, going into full-on depth of like each of the monsters and things in the game, that's basically the idea of what I want to try and do. Either way, lots and lots of stuff to do. So for the most part, the MCFS is going to be, I suppose you can, on the back burner, I guess is the best way to put it. It's still going on, but there won't really be update videos for it as such, because it's literally going to be, how's it going, people? SalmonSlapper here. Right, day X, and, well, I've done A quest, B quest, C quest, D quest, E quest, and F quest. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I've gained no levels and I've done nothing else. So that's pretty much what the MCFS would be like. So I'm not going to be making a video just for that, because I'm sure none of you lot actually want to watch that either. Because I mean, throughout the week you're going to be seeing me uploading quests and stuff anyway, so you're probably going to figure out what I've been doing in the MCFS. Alternative to that though, I might jump up and go on Salmon and actually do something on Salmon, like go for the actual comp cape, which I should have done ages ago before doing this MCFS, to be totally honest. But I might do that. But yeah, for now, I'm literally going on a little bit of a quest rampage. I think that just has to be done, to be totally honest. I mean, this channel started making quests, so yeah, let's get back into it. The one a week, it's not good enough. Gotta bang them all out, you know what I mean? So with that in mind, I think that's what I'm gonna do. So yeah, Song of the Depths I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get access to Barrows as well. I gotta do is it Summer's End? I think it's Summer's End for access to Corp. I think Troll's Stronghold, or is there Edgar's Rouge, gives you teleport to Trollheim for God Wars. So I'd probably get that as well for God Wars Dungeon. I don't think there's a quest for Rise of the Six, you just need access for Barrows, or I'm not sure. Don't think there's a quest for Calvert King either. So yeah, should be right there. For the most part, it's just opening up these quests, to be totally honest. I'll get Ancients and hopefully Ancient Prayers, although my prayer level is probably going to be miles behind. But anyway, with all that sorted out eventually, I dare say I can move on to doing some bossing with a low-level character, because I've never tried it before, because when EOC came out, I was already pretty much max, so yeah. I think it'd be quite interesting to see what will happen, to be totally honest. But either way, that's the plan. So, bollock ton of quest guides, that's why you've seen me banging out these quest guides pretty much every day for the past week, for the most part. And it's going to be carrying on for quite a while. So if there's no updates if the game itself, then yeah, that'll be happening. I'll just chuck up a quest guide if I've got one ready and sorted. And that's pretty much it. So yeah, MCFS has gone a little bit of a slow burn. Either way, as soon as it's all done and all the quests are done, it'll be back into MCFS and going a bit bonkers again. So there we go. You do have that. So yeah, sorry, all those liking the MCFS. It's going to be a little while. Other than that, other news actually, come to think of it, since I'm already chatting bollocks. You've got the combat beta going on right now for the Legacy, right? Well, some people have been playing on it. I haven't really been on much, so for the most part I'm just reading up on everything. But quite a lot of people have been in there and testing it out and getting some general information. And one of the most interesting things of the lot, for me personally, and maybe for all of you as well, is the fact that they're buffing Saradomin brews. Now, if you've played before when brews were kind of like the mainstay, doing bossing was pretty damn costly because brews were like 10k a pop. So yeah, bosses also didn't drop mega expensive items at the time either. But the buff, yeah, the buff is quite massive, I'm not gonna lie. Absolutely massive. So, there's this bloke on the forums, Anarchy Time, and he's done some testing. And to put it into perspective for you, right now, you would go up to next, and you would have, for example, 48 inventory slots worth of food. So that'd be your yak, plus another 20 in your actual inventory, and then the spare spaces would be like pots and shit like that. So with that in mind, Rocktails healing you 2,300 each. For all of your inventory slots total, you'd be able to heal back 110,000 HP just from the Rocktails. And if you're using the Rocktail soup, which heal a little bit extra, it'd be 115,000. That's how we do Nex right now. If you was to go up to Nex or any boss at all and you packed your yak full of Rocktails and you packed most of your inventory with the Rocktails, that's how much healing you could get back. So 110k on average, 110, 120k say. With the buff on brews in the beta at the moment, you get 6k HP back per flask. Which equals out if you just had this is normal Saradomin brews, mind. This isn't the buffed up version of it, the super brews, this is just regular. So you get 6k HP back for a flask of it. It's a k per sip. Bonkers. Anyway, totaling up, that equals 288,000 HP healed. That's very close to triple what you can get from Rocktails right now. I mean, Rocktails don't even come close to that. Triple. Nearly triple mine. Then you can go into the super brews, which requires a bit of faffing about in order to make them. But anyway, you can get super brews relatively easily. And they'll heal you 374,000 HP. That's 3.4 times more than you'd get back from Rocktails. In the same amount of inventory slots as is mine. Granted, the benefit of using the benefit of using your Rocktails is there's no deficit at all. You get healed and you get your HP back. You don't lose adrenaline anymore, at least after this update and stuff. But you just gain a straight max chunk of HP, pretty much. Using the brews, they do lower your stats. But if you have access to overloads, overloads will automatically bang your stats back up, and if you really wanted to, you could combine them with super restores the same way everyone always did it before. Which basically consists of you take, was it 2 or 3 sips of brews, I can't remember which one it is, and then you take a dose of super prayer, and it ups your prayer again, which you're obviously going to have on because you're fighting bosses, and at the same time it restores your stats back up to the usual. That's pretty much how it used to work, and that's how it'll work straight after this. But this is 2.6 times and 3.4 times more healing than you can get from Rocktails. Now, I'm trying to think how much health you got back from using Rocktails when brews were still used, before the EOC. But for the life of me, I cannot remember, because I'm trying to work out the difference, because I'm pretty sure the ratio wasn't this drastic before. Although then again, it might be. Yeah, you didn't get healed much from Rocktails. But either way, this is bonkers. This is going to change how you go bossing entirely. I mean, stuff like going to Nex. I've gone to Nex and I've done it duo, and you can kill 2. And bearing in mind, me and Athkatlia are pretty much morons, but we can kill 2 Nexes with 1 inventory with the yak as well, which is pretty good for us. Gonna be said, probably quite shit compared to the general PVM people, but I don't care. We killed 2. This is what we're going for, an example, people. But we can kill 2 with them. So with that in mind, and if me and Athkatlia were for instead bring along the Super Brews, which is 3.4 times more, we could then kill a lovely 6-7 Nexes per inventory, per run. Which if people were killing 4 Nexes per inventory in a duo normally, because bearing in mind me and Athkatlia are pros, we're pretty much idiots with a mouse and keyboard, to be totally honest. So I dare say duos, actual decent duos, not shit people like us, could probably kill like 4 Nexes. So with that in mind, you can triple that up again, and they'll be able to get something like 13 or 14 Nexes per inventory, which, to be totally honest, is fucking bonkers. And it's the same deal with when you transfer over to Calphite King, or Virago, or Rise of the Six, anything like that. Because you've got 3 times more healing, it means you can last 3 times longer in there. Well, depending on how much damage you take, but you get what I mean. Keep it nice and simple. 3 times longer, yes. It's going to change it a lot. And with that in mind, it's going to be upped in price a bollock ton as well, as you'd imagine. Same as before. So if Rocktails were what, a K each? And, well, then again, Rocktails were about a K each before. And Brews are going to go up like 10k. And Super Brews, I don't even think you can sell Super Brews, but either way, they're going to be fucking uber expensive. So with that in mind, if you haven't already, get a bollock ton of them, because you're going to need them for the most part. What else is there? Alright, he's talking about another thing he covered was the special attacks in the beta. So the special attacks on weapons, the Dragon Halberd requires 30% adrenaline to actually use the special attack on it. It does 3 quick attacks on the target, which is apparently a bug, because it only says it's meant to do 2, so I've no idea what's going on there. The max hit on a single hit is 3.5k without Berserk, which, if I remember rightly, Berserk doubles your attack, something like that. Which means a single hit from the Dragon Halberd spec would generate 7k max damage, and there's 3 hits going off, although that's meant to be a bug, so 2. Either way, that's 14k insta damage you can do with the spec attack with the Dragon Halberd. That's pretty bonkers. But the Dragon Dagger is the same thing, does 2 attacks, can hit up to 3.2k each hit, which is 6.4k in total, and that only requires 25% adrenaline. So that's pretty awesome, let's be honest. Dragon Mace is similar. It's 4.6k is the highest hit you've done. The Dragon Long hits for about 4.9k, and that's 25% adrenaline. Dragon Claws hits 6 times and can range from anywhere between 400 to 3k per hit, and that's 50% adrenaline drain, so basically a threshold for the most part. But if you berserk that up again, you know, that's going to do a bollock ton of damage, especially if you somehow magically get 6 times 3k. Yeah, it's going to be fucking monstrous damage. The Armadale Godsword you may be interested in as well, for those interested in PvP and Legacy and stuff like that. The highest hit he managed to get was around 7,000. So with Berserk, that'll bang out 14k on its own as well. Which again is a pretty nice single hit uber smack. The Samurai Godsword, the highest hit he got was about 5.7k. That's again 50% adrenaline. It can overheal you similar to as if you was eating the Rocktail at full HP, because the Rocktail gives you a little bit of extra bonus. Was it 200 HP, something like that? I can't remember how much it was. It also restores prayer based off of 2.5% of the damage you managed to pull off. So again, the prayer back isn't massive, but every little helps, let's be honest. But yeah, for the most part, that's pretty much it. The hit splats seem to be relatively blocky, the way he describes it. A bit hard to understand on the fly, but other than that, that's for the most part all I found constructively about the beta and the legacy mode and all the combat mods and stuff they bring along with it. If you haven't tried it out yet, it's easy enough to do. Just get to it from the front page and you can have a little gander. You can show legacy mode, try it out. It's pretty much safe at the moment, so if you want to go try going to kill next and stuff, it's not a bad idea to go over there and practice, because you don't lose anything on death. So there we go. So the MCFS it's going to be on hold. Well, it's not really on hold, but it's on hold, I suppose, until I get a bollock ton of quests done. Because, well, I need to get them done. Plus, I want to lob them on the channel. Yeah. And other than that, I think that's all. Yeah, I figured I should do a little update video just to let you all know, to be totally honest, because it's been a while. And quite a few people have been commenting, where the hell's the MCFS, like, so yeah. There you go, that's what's going on with the MCFS. So there's no regular update, like weekly update of the MCFS, because it's literally just going to be I went questing. So yeah, until I finish going on my little bit of a quest rampage, no MCFS for a while. Or at least no update videos. I'll probably do one massive update video, which will cover like a couple of days worth of MCFS, to cover all of the quests and stuff I ended up doing. Other than that, yeah. It's on hiatus for a little while. Unlucky. So yeah, until next time people, hopefully you enjoyed, maybe not. Either way, I will catch you all later. Have a good one.